Welcome to day 23rd of our Top Titans 2 gameplay walkthrough. Here we go, guys. So right now, I would just want to give you a couple of updates. Well, today we're going to talk about the Rube skill tree. Yeah. So, well, pretty much I just opened the game for today. As you can see, I haven't claimed the what do you call this, the equipment yet, and since it's showing 15, I was able to do 3 total prestige for the day. Okay, so on the last stage and then pushing near our max stage, that will go to 20, and that's the time that I'm gonna go ahead and tap on it. I just like tapping a lot of the equipments in one go, but then again, you know, sometimes it gives me a better odds at getting better equipments. So too bad we didn't get that to 300, but that's a lot of that we've got right now. Basically yesterday I was able to grind a lot ever since after our video, so I was able to get our Book of Shadows to 298,000. At first it was easy to get around 250, but then at around 260, 270, it's kind of hard to bring it up because it just gives me about, as you can see earlier, it only gave us 2,000 levels. Okay, so basically I'm just gonna grind that to 300, I think, and then after 300 or after the next prestige, and then put the our relics to Book of Shadows, I'm gonna start hoarding relics now. Okay, because tomorrow is going to be a tournament, and we're gonna join the tournament pretty early this time. It's around afternoon, or if not midnight. Sorry, what did I tap on to? Oh my gosh. Alright, let's go out of there. Anyway, so we're gonna talk about our Rube skill tree. And dot spell. So Rube's skill tree is the last skill tree that we're gonna talk about. We pretty much discussed about Knight, where Pet and where Pet is basically where it came from. Pretty much the Knight skill tree is for Pet build, and then the Pet Heart of Midas gold source. But then again, if you're using Heavenly Strike, Shadow Clone, it will still branch out to Knight 3 because you're gonna get Living Strike and Barbaric Fury. But for Pet, of course, Lightning Burst and Flash Zip. And then for Warlord, it is where Clanship build is, or very much you're gonna put a lot of skill points to Warlord if you're gonna be using Clanship build for the Coordinated Offensive and Aerial Assault. For pushing power, you're gonna get Anchor Shot as well, but if you're more into farming, you're gonna get something else. But most of the time, Technical Insight is the skill that is most wanted in this skill tree if you're using, for example, Heavenly Strike or Shadow Clone or even Pet. And then, you know, Astral Awakening for Shadow Clone, and sometimes Heavenly Strike as well, so that once you're able to tap all the orbs, you get more heroic damage that somehow adds a little bit to the damage of your well, all hero damage basically. Okay, and then the gold source, which is Spoils of War for Chesterson, and also for Fairy Gold in a sense, because you're gonna get more chest if you have this guy. Okay. Next one is the Sorcerer skill tree, where the build Heavenly Strike is very much, or this is where you put skill points to, as well as Shadow Clone. Alright, so this is also where the Fairy Gold is. Basically, it's just Midas Ultimate. If you want more fairy spawning, you can get Fairy Charm. If you already have a lot of skill points, maybe I guess if you're at about 500, maybe, or 400, something like that, you can go ahead and put 40 skill points to Fairy Charm. And of course, I would suggest, if you do have already the what do you call this, the skip ad or the Fairy skip ad, you'd pretty much want to put some points here because it's going to be much easier. It's going to be uh, more fun tapping on the parries, not having to watch the ads whenever it prompts you to. Okay, and then it lightning strike, which will give you a pushing power as well. Mana siphon and money mana for the mana, as well as limit break for your mana regeneration, mana capacity, chance to get manas from money mana, or chance to yeah, a lot of get more mana from money mana. So basically that's it. And then lastly would be the Rogue 3. The Rogue 3 is where Silent March is, or Silent March originated. It's from this skill. Basically, it's for those players who like playing offline. When you say offline, you just go ahead, log in, upgrade your heroes, and then exit the game. That's it. That's pretty much it for Silent March. Okay, so if you have already a lot of skill points, you can go ahead and spend points here. It's just 10 levels, and then put some points in ambush. I think it's around 34ish, 37ish, something below 70 or below 40 skill points to level 10 it, and as you can see, it will give you 20 max spawn count. But yeah, let's go ahead and talk about the skill tree of Rogue. So the first one is Master's Thief. As it says here, it multiplies all gold and inactive gold. Learn the ways of the Master Pickpocket and garner more gold without having to move much. Increase gold earned from all gold sources, and an additional bonus is given to inactive gold earned during inactive play. So basically, it already multiplies all gold sources, and on top of that, multiplies the inactive gold. Okay. So next is Assassinate. Pretty much a lot of build, almost all build needs this. I don't. Besides the Heavenly Strike, I think Heavenly Strike doesn't really need. I don't. As far as I know, there was a recent update that your Heavenly Strike doesn't do Deadly Strike damage anymore. Okay. So it multiplies Deadly Strike damage and adds duration to the Deadly Strike skill. Okay. So by embracing your role as a stealthy assassin, you are able to deliver Deadly Strike with greater accuracy and effectiveness. So directly increase Swordmaster's attack damage when a successful Deadly Strike is made. And Deadly Strike does not affect Heavenly Strike, as it shows here, as it is written, and this skill does not affect inactive play. So it doesn't really add on the inactive or the offline build or Silent March build. Next one is Silent March. So multiplies the inactive damage. Then again, what's the second? I forgot the second passive or the second boost that it gives. Unlocks an active stage advancement up to 99% of your max prestige. So you can get to up to 99% of your MS, or max stage. And then your ability to inactively advance stage is limited by your inactive DPS or damage per second. In tournaments, you may only inactively advance up to the highest submitted stage for each respective tournament. So basically, Silent March, again, is for offline players, but you cannot push with this build. Okay? So basically, you're still going to push online. Alright, so you can do Silent March with Shadow Clone, you can do Silent March with Tranship, you can do Silent March with Pet build, but you will need to go online to push further. Okay, so basically Silent March is just like an offline farming type of build. Alright, most of the time, most often than not, people use or do Silent March build together with Shadow Clone, because basically the premise of Silent March build is an offline build or a lazy build in a sense, because you don't really have much time, so that when you go online, your means of pushing will be Shadow Clone. Okay, so that's how Silent March is. Next is Ambush. So it adds max multi-spawn count and then a percent of multi-spawn chance. Sneak up and catch group of titans off guard to clear out stages quicker, as well as earn additional gold and mana from titans. Multi-spawn count as bonus kills for that stage, but do not allow you to skip bosses. Each multi-spawn increase the gold drop of the Titan by a multiplier of 554.51%, 1000%, including bonus gold earned by Hand of Midas. So Hand of Midas has an effect on, it's called multi-spawn gold. Okay, you will have, I think it's the artifact coin of Abizu, if I'm not mistaken. When Mani Mana spawns, each additional spawn, multi-spawn, increases the mana drop of Mani Mana by times 0.25%. Okay? And Mani spawns can trigger during inactive play, which increases inactive gold earned and can potentially reduce the average number of non-boss titans per stage. Alright, so basically that's how ambush helps inactive build or offline builds. You can pretty much go faster, I think. I mean, if online there is splashing, splash gift, and splash count, for offline the ambush is the one that's gonna give you speed. Okay, for silent build, silent march build. Alright, next one is Twilight's Veil. This is for pet builds. Inactive pet damage and pet deadly strike damage. So moving through the darkness of night, your pet gains the ability to strike titans with deadly efficiency. Includes pet damage in your inactive DPS total. Allows your pet to score deadly critical hits while deadly strike is active. The bonus damage received from deadly strike is reduced from the amount listed in the skill description. Lightning burst and flash zip attacks receive a reduced average bonus from deadly strike. So basically, even lightning burst and flash zip deals deadly strike damage, but on a reduced percent. But basically, they are some sort of your burst damage for pets, so it's understandable. So you know, if you're gonna have an equal multiplier for the pet attacks and lightning burst and flash zip, that's gonna be a lot. Okay. And then again, moving forward is ghost ship. So plus 1% inactive clan ship damage and clan deadly strike damage. So this for clan ship builds. Your clan ship takes on hunting form in your absence, striking fear and terror into your enemies. Includes clan ship damage in your inactive DPS total. Allows your clan ship to score deadly strike hits while deadly strike is active. The bonus damage received from deadly strike is reduced from the amount listed in the skill description. Alright, so for this one, for ghost ship, if you don't have this, your heroes will not deal that deadly strike damage. Okay, so that's the reason why clan ship builds aims to get this as soon as possible, so that your heroes will deal deadly strike damage as well. Okay, because if you don't have ghost ship at unlocked or level 1, your heroes won't deal any deadly strike damage at all. Alright, so next one is Shadow Assassin. This for Shadow Clone builds. Inactive clone damage and clone deadly strike damage. Your Shadow Clone now reflects your full range of abilities, allowing it to utilize deadly strike to score incredible amounts of damage. Includes Shadow Clone damage in your inactive DPS total. Shadow Clone does not need to be active in order to factor into inactive DPS before going idle, and allows your Shadow Clone to score deadly critical hits while deadly strike is active. The bonus damage received from deadly strike is reduced from the amount listed in the skill description. So basically, this just enables your Shadow Clone to deal deadly strike damage. So you would want to get this as soon as possible as well for deadly strike, as well as for pet. I mean, the Twilight's Veil. So that's pretty much the skills for Rube skill tree. So it gives you the all gold and the inactive damage, and enables you to deal deadly strike damage for your respective build for pet, for clan ship, for Shadow Clone. Alright, so for inactive, that's going to be Silent March skill, which the build Silent March, or the name for the build Silent March was derived from. And then ambush is what gives speed to Silent March, and it also gives speed to other builds. And again, it's gonna give you a multiplied gold as well every time it's proc. Here you go. It's coins of Ibizu. The multi-spawn gold bonus increase all Titan gold drops when multiple Titans spawn. So you know, by any chance, if the Chester Sun was multi-spawned, considering that you have already have a boost for chests and gold, you also have more gold because it multi-spawn and you have coins of Risu and something like that. Okay, so basically that's how rogue build is. So that's pretty much it for the rogue build, guys. There's not much to discuss about it. It's pretty much for offline build and enabling your builds to get to pretty much get a deadly strike. Okay. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and cut the video for now. Tomorrow, guys, we're gonna join the tournament. It's gonna be Shards tournament, so I'm gonna be hoarding a lot of relics after I got my Book of Shadows to 300,000. Okay. So and right now we haven't really bought any pet for the past few days because Fluffers hasn't been showing on the store for a while. So yeah, by tomorrow we're gonna go ahead and buy the pets once we join the tournament. So that's it for me, guys, and let's go ahead and talk about what do you call this? Skill points optimizer or skill tree optimizer tomorrow. Alright, so thanks for your time, and sorry guys, I might move that to the next day after tomorrow because tomorrow is a Sunday. I'm gonna be at church and I might spend some family time throughout the day, so you know we might not have the time to really discuss about skill points because it might take us a lot of hours or a lot of minutes discussing that because I'm gonna discuss how from the start. I mean, you know, how to make a copy, how to open it, how to use it, stuff like that. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. Again, if you like the video, please do like, subscribe, and share it to your peers. And I hope you guys are learning a lot. And you know, I'm actually happy that some of the guys are telling me that they are able to push further or get unstuck, because some people are actually stuck for a while at a certain max level. But since they are able to see me, you know, in the 23 days that we've been playing, considering that we missed one tournament where we didn't push, because my max stage is still at what? Still at 12,612. So basically that's fast, considering we are free to play and we haven't bought anything from the store, or we haven't bought anything with real money. Okay, and considering that's our play style, even though as you can see here on Halloween's Eve event, we're near the 3,000 mark. Basically we are already at the 2475. Okay, and that's free to play. We've only opened no, we haven't opened any Titan chest yet, or any chest at all. Okay, so that's without opening any chest. I'm not claiming the pet and the skill points because I'm waiting for the what do you call this? I wanted to join the tournament before we grab those stuff because that's gonna add to our potential as well. Okay, so we wanna minimize what the system thinks is our potential before joining the tournament. Okay, so that's it for now, guys. Again, thank you for watching, and hope you have a great day, and peace out.